Dear students, I welcome all of you in the session of traffic engineering and management. So up till now we have learned number of things. We have learned that what kind of surveys are to be done in order to get the adequate and sufficient data for traffic engineering and management. Now we are continuing our ongoing session, the particular second module. The name of the module, you all know, the name of the module is Basic Traffic Flow Parameters and Traffic Surveys. Now, which are the topics that are going to be covered in this session? In this session, we are going to cover the topics such as 30th highest hourly traffic volume and volume count period and location. You have learned various methods of traffic volume count. You have learned that there are basically two methods. First is the automatic count method and second is the manual count method. You have learned that there are various methods such as radar method, infrared method, ultrasonic method, and videography method was also covered in one of the sessions. Now, you have learned that what is traffic volume, what is the importance of traffic volume count data, but you haven't learned that at what time do we need to consider, do we need to conduct this traffic volume count survey, and at which locations we have to conduct this survey. So in this session, we are going to have our major focus towards those kind of elements. So let us begin the session. See, try to understand this concept very thoroughly, very peacefully. The topic's title is 30th highest hourly traffic volume. 30th highest hourly volume or traffic volume. See, the definition of this 30th HHV is like this. The hourly volume that will be exceeded only 29 times in a year, and all other hourly volumes of the year will be less than this value. We can separate this definition into two to three important parts. First is this. This is the hourly volume. This is the first segment. That will be exceeded only 29 times in a year. That is the second part. And then all the other hourly volumes will be less than this value. So the particular that kind of value is called as 30th highest hourly traffic volume. I repeat, certain amount, such value of hourly volume that will be exceeded only 29 times, means the chances of having the traffic volume more than that particular value in the whole year will be maximum up to 29 times. Means all other traffic volume count values will be lesser than this value. So this value, this kind of value is called as 30th highest hourly value, traffic volume. Why we have chosen this word 30th? Because the chances of it to be exceeded is limited to only 29 times in a year. See, in order to get that, we will have to have the plot of hourly traffic volume on y-axis and number of hours in a year with the traffic volume on the x-axis. X-axis we will have number of hours, y-axis we will have hourly traffic volume. Now you can see there are two lines going on over here. See like this. So this particular point, see this is 2040, so this point from 30th. This is the 30th highest hourly volume. It is found from the plot of hourly traffic volume and number of hours, as I have already mentioned. Various kind of facilities on the highways are provided with the consideration of this traffic volume. See, if anyone asks you that the facilities on the road are provided with which traffic volume consideration, so the answer for that will be 30th. So 30th highest hourly volume is used for facility provision on the road. That means if I want to provide any kind of flyover, any new kind of street lights, any kind of signboards, speed boards, notation boards, then I will choose the location according to this traffic volume, this 30th highest hourly volume. So it can be said that the facilities which are designed with the consideration of this 30th highest hourly volume is found to be satisfactory. So this hourly volume is considered for designing of facility purpose. So what we have learned in this topic is that the topic's name is 38th highest hourly traffic volume or volume. This is the particular x value of the volume count. The chances of exceeding this value in the whole year is not more than 29 times. This value will be used to design the facilities. Got the point? Okay. Read this content once again so that there are no chances of confusion. Because in our next slides, we are going to learn various other kinds of volume and speeds also. So there should be no chances of confusion. So this is about 30th highest hourly volume. Now let us discuss about certain volume characteristics. Now this is about the traffic volume characteristics and it changes with time. There are mainly three kind of volume trends that are being observed. First is that there are variation in the daily traffic volume count on the location. There may be the chances of weekly volume count on the particular location. There may be chances of the seasonal variation of the seasonal traffic volume count. So there are three variations as far as the volume characteristics are concerned. There are three kind of cyclic trends: daily, weekly and seasonal. Let us understand this with detail. See, this is the graph of daily variation or traffic volume variation. See, these are the percentage on the y-axis and these are the hours. Means this is 4 a.m. in the morning, this is 8 a.m. in the morning, this is 12 p.m. in the afternoon, this is 4 p.m. in the afternoon, this is 8 p.m. in the afternoon, and then comes 12 a.m. at the night. So this is the 24 hours graph showing in the form of day. So this is a 1 day and this is percentage. So you can observe that the graph, see, let me erase all these things so you can have a better understanding. The graph is starting from here and you can observe that up to 7 a.m. in the morning, there is no significant amount of traffic. It is almost zero. Now the traffic gets its peak. It goes on increasing at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. it is up to the incremental manner and then it goes on decreasing. Then the traffic by the end of 11 to 4 p.m. it's approximately flat or similar. Then at 4 p.m. also the traffic gets on increasing. It gets its peak at 5 p.m. and it goes on decreasing and it is decreasing up to 8 p.m. So if we can observe that the traffic is higher from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., 4 p.m. to 7 or 8 p.m. in the particular day. So this is the data that represents the daily variation. So it is about that. So the hourly traffic through the 24 hours of the full day shows the social pattern. This is the general social pattern followed by all of us. We can see that there is the peak in the morning. See, these are the morning time, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. You can see this. This is the highest amount of traffic. So, peak in the morning because everyone goes out for work and then it gets flattened. This is flat through the morning. and the early afternoon. Now, another peak is in the evening, that is from here, see, from 4 p.m. Because people return from their work. Some people may go for joining the gym, recreational activities, swimming classes, shopping, social purposes. So, after 4 p.m., it is also increasing. It is like this. It is shown in red color. So this is the morning peak, which is shown in blue color, and this is the afternoon or evening peak, that is shown in the red color. Now you can see it very easily. So this is about the daily variation. Now we can observe that the peak that we have received in the morning is lesser than the peak of the evening, or the evening peak is higher than the morning peak. Because in the morning people have only one task of joining their work, but in evening there are number of tasks being involved. So this is about it. Morning peak hour is generally taken from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and evening peak hour is generally taken from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. So you can see 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is over here and 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. is over here. So this is about the daily variation. Now let us discuss. Okay, this is one more thing that why it is important. It is important to learn this daily traffic variation in order to design the highway geometric parameters, in order to design and establish the traffic sign signals and the location of interchange. Now this is the weekly variation. See, this is Monday, this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Majority traffic is observed from Monday to Friday evening because on Saturday and Sunday people are having holidays. So this is about the weekly variation. This is the traffic flow from Monday to Friday. It remains constant. Weekend flows are variable. See, this flow are variable. It may like this, it may like this. So it can be variable because it depends upon the weather and season. In the city center, the weekend flow will be less because people will not want to go out of their home and they will want to enjoy the holidays. But it will be increasing in order in the weekend. If any kind of recreational places, water parks, swimming pools, holiday places, picnic places are around the corner, then they will use this Saturday and Sunday also. This is about the weekly variation. Now this is about the seasonal variation. See, this is January, this is February, this is March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. So this is the particular year and these are the percentage. So you can observe that the highest traffic volume is observed from the April, it is from starting from April and it goes on increasing in this June, July, August, September and it goes on decreasing at the October because the winter starts. So this is the portion of the year where highest traffic volume is observed. This annual pattern might indicate the higher flows during the summer months. See, this April, May, June, July, August, all these are the summer months. So people are having their summer vacations, April to August, April to June, April to September, and they will have to have their holidays during this summer vacation. So highest number of trips will be occurred in this duration. So it is about seasonal variation. It represents the social and economical condition of the area that okay, people are enjoying the summer vacation. So people are economically very feasible, they are economically very strong. So this is how it represents. Now, where do we conduct this traffic volume survey and at which location at which time? So it depends upon which kind of method we are using. We have learned number of methods. So it depends on the purpose and method we are using. Normally, the volume count is considered during the day of Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday. It is usually not conducted on Sundays because on Sundays there is weekend, there are no working days, and the volume count will not be reliable. We can conduct the survey of traffic volume count for 24 hours, 18 hours, 12 hours, or 8 hours. But the most important is about the 12 hours. 12 hours is satisfactory. One should avoid the holidays, exhibition and strikes. Means we should not conduct the traffic volume count survey if it is holiday, if it is Sunday, if any kind of exhibition is there, if any kind of strikes are there, because at that time we will not be able to get the accurate count. The most suited duration is 12 hours survey. 18-hour survey is also recommended when the heavy day-night volume traffic is there, means on express highways, on national highways. At that particular location, we need to have the survey of 18 hours. Now, where do we conduct these surveys? So we can conduct these surveys at all intersections, signalized intersections, where the accidents are higher in amount, important crossings are there, important buildings are there, major city limit, city boundaries are there. See, intersection is the word that you have learned over here. So what do you mean by intersection? This is the intersection. That means the crossroads. That is called as intersection. See, if 12 hours duration is there, then the survey should be from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. If 18 hours survey is there, then it should be 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. If 8 hours per week, then it should be 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 2 a.m. to 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. This is p.m. And if 4 hours per week, if it is there, then it would be from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 4 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it is about this. This is also PM. So this is about the volume count period and the locations. Now we can have the volume count for short term also and long term also. First is about short term count that ranges from 1 hour to 2 hours. The survey will be only for 1 hour or 2 hours. It will determine the peak flow. It will measure the saturation flow at the signalized intersection, and it will give us the count of morning and evening at the crossing. So this is about the first thing, that is 1 or 2 hours, that is also called as short term count. Then comes the full day count that ranges for full day. It determines the hourly fluctuation and it is for cordon and screen line. I will explain in detail what is cordon line and screen line, so don't worry. Then comes the weekly count, means you go for a whole week survey. Here you are having peak flow, here you are having hourly flow, here you are having hourly and daily both the flow. And then comes the continuous count where you will have daily, weekly, seasonal, all the fluctuation will be there. And you will be able to get the annual rate of growth of the traffic. Now I have mentioned that cordon line and screen line. Cordon line means it is this boundary line, imaginary line that represents the boundary of the area. So cordon line stands for the boundary. If you zoom in the map of Ahmedabad, then Ahmedabad will look like this. See, this is the Sabarmati river. The Sabarmati river is dividing the Ahmedabad into two parts, East Ahmedabad and West Ahmedabad. So this is, you can consider as the imaginary line that is splitting the area into two parts. The imaginary line that splits the area into two parts is called as screen line. See, it is like this. So this was about the quarter line and screen line. And the last topic of today's session is about the expansion factors. If short count data is there, 1 or 2 hour data is there, and increased number of samples are required, then what you will do? You will select a central station, means that station which is one of the most important part of the city that represents the overall traffic. Then you will count the data of that central station. You will add a multiplication factor, and for each other area or location, you will multiply the count with that particular thing. Let me explain it in detail. That let us assume that the control station count is 55 and the total volume entering at the central station is 550. So what you will do? You have 550 at the peak hour count, you have 50 at the short count. So this is the particular multiplying factor. Now what you will do for all the other stations, means if you are giving another station where 40 count is there. So in order to get the efficient count, you will multiply this multiplication factor 10 with each area's count, and you will have the peak hour count. So this is about the expansion factor. I hope you have understood the concept thoroughly. Thank you.